the president re-upped the witch hunt in another tweet dispatched during executive time. Quote, the single greatest witch hunt in American history continues. There was no collusion. Everybody, including the Dems, knows there was no collusion. And yet on it goes. Russia and the world is laughing at the stupidity they are witnessing. Republicans should finally take control. Republicans are in control of the House and the Senate. Republicans chair all of the committees investigating Trump-Russia ties, and the FBI and DOJ are run by Republican men handpicked by Donald Trump. So there's that. The GOP chairman of the Senate Judiciary Committee responded to Donald Trump's take control charge by saying he hopes President Trump doesn't mean what he tweets.
Senator, the president said that the Republicans should take control of the investigation in light of the release of this transcript. Are you losing control of this investigation, and should you regain control?
I don't know what the president has in mind, and I don't think I better comment until I have a discussion with the president on that point. I don't intend to have a discussion with the president on that point, and I hope he doesn't call me and tell me the same thing that you said he said.
And just last hour, in a joint press conference with Eugene, stop laughing, with Norway Prime Minister Erna Solberg, the president was asked about the Russia investigation and the question that's been looming for days, whether he'll submit to an interview with special counsel Robert Mueller.
Your legal team, sources have told us, believes that in the next few weeks, the special counsel Robert Mueller will ask for some sort of an interview with you. Your legal team believes as part of wrapping up his investigation. Are you open to meeting with him? Would you be willing to meet with him without condition, or would you demand that a strict set of parameters be placed around any encounter between you and the special counsel?
Well, again, John, there has been no collusion between the Trump campaign and Russians, or Trump and Russians. No collusion. When I watch you interviewing all the people leaving their committees, I mean, the Democrats are all running for office and they're trying to say this, that, but bottom line, they all say there's no collusion. And there is no collusion. And when you talk about interviews, Hillary Clinton had an interview where she wasn't sworn in, she wasn't given the oath, they didn't take notes, they didn't record, and it was done on the 4th of July weekend. That's perhaps ridiculous, and a lot of people looked upon that as being a very serious breach, and it really was. But again, I'll speak to attorneys. I can only say this: there was absolutely no collusion. Everybody knows it. Every committee. I've been in office now for 11 months. For 11 months, they've had this phony cloud over this administration, over our government, and it has hurt our government. It does hurt our government. It's a Democrat hoax that was brought up as an excuse for losing an election that, frankly, the Democrats should have such a tremendous advantage in the Electoral College. So it was brought up for that reason. But it has been determined that there is no collusion, and by virtually everybody. So we'll see what happens.
But again, would you be open to it?
We'll see what happens. I mean, certainly I'll see what happens. But when they have no collusion and nobody's found any collusion at any level, it seems unlikely.